Hey everyone, Mike here. Wanted to shoot a pre-op video to kind of do a series around a procedure I'm having done tomorrow to hopefully help out somebody in the future. I've seen several of these done on YouTube, so wanted to pay it forward. So a little background. My name is Mike. I'm 35 years old. I am having a 2-level cervical disc arthroplasty, or more commonly known as a artificial disc replacement. Having it done at the C5, C6, and C6, C7 section in Beaumont, Michigan by Dr. Jad Khalil. Going in tomorrow at 12:30 for arrival, and then the procedure's at 2:30 p.m. So it's all in the afternoon. Kind of bummed about that, but it is what it is. Little background how I got here. So I would say, I would think my symptoms started about 10 years ago. Started in my left arm. I attributed it more to like ulnar nerve pain in my elbow, but now looking back at it, I think it was the beginning of where I am today. It wasn't until late 2017 I started experiencing significant pain in my left shoulder trap region. Again, thought it was more of a posture thing. Started doing like exercises to strengthen my core, fix my posture, fixing some of the typical physical therapy stuff. None of that was really working. It was around the same time I also, shortly after that, started doing CrossFit, so I figured that's gonna help strengthen those muscles and the lower traps and things like that. Over time, it just progressed and got worse to the point where I finally went to see my PCP. Based on the symptoms I described to him, he thought it was more of like a trap sprain or something like that. Did some physical therapy per his guidance, really didn't get any better. I pushed for an MRI. My insurance didn't approve it, so I ended up going to get an MRI myself. Paid for out of pocket. Lo and behold, it presented a herniated disc, more of a moderate one at the C6, C7 level, and less of a severe one at the C5, C6. So it was around that time I started getting epidural steroid injections into my neck. That helped tremendously for several years, to note. It got to the point where I was only needing like maybe one every 6 months over the next like 4 years, I forget at this point. But then out of nowhere, a few months ago, I started getting the pain down my right arm. It like magically stopped down my left arm and started down my right arm, and it was relentless and brutal, and it was like keeping me up at night. I couldn't like do anything, so went and got an injection for it. Helped a little bit. Like, I was to the point where I was losing the ability to like grip stuff with my fingers. Doing CrossFit this whole time, just to include that, but I don't think CrossFit has really done anything to make it worse. I think actually it helped a lot, but I think it's just like over time, the discs kept degenerating, and now it's down to my right side. Went and got an updated MRI. I don't like, based on the readings from the radiologist, like the impressions, I don't see much has changed. I've had 3 MRIs total on my neck at this point. So it's to the point where like I got 2 more injections. It helps, but it's still like I can't sleep normally. I can't put my arms in certain positions. I can't look up for an extended period, like no more than 30 seconds without the pain going down my arm. Sitting here right now in this position, there's pain going down my right arm. This is after 3 injections within a month and a half of each other. So I am moving forward with doing this ADR. I've done a lot of research about it. I've looked into discs a lot. I've looked into fusion. Obviously, doing the disc route is better for someone my age, especially with the success in recovery and things like that. I am doing, I'm part of the ProDisc-C trial, where basically it's a 2-to-1 chance of either getting one of the trial discs from ProDisc-C, which are the ProDisc-C SK and ProDisc-C Vivo, or the Mobi-C. The Mobi-C has been out in the market a lot longer, I think over a decade at this point. There's been like tens of thousands of insertions of them in patients. But this part of the reason I'm doing this trial is, one, it's no additional cost to me. Two, I've seen a lot of questionable, I would call them feedback on the Mobi-C disc. I'm feeling confident about it at the same time if I do get it, just because I spoke to my surgeon about those concerns and what I've read on the internet and Facebook groups and all that good stuff. Obviously, the more you have out there, the more chances you have of disc failures. The other discs are just generally newer, so you may not hear about them as much. I'm sure there are tens of thousands of people living out there with Mobi-Cs in their neck, and they haven't had any issues. So he told me he feels confident still using them if that is what I end up getting, just because it's a randomized thing, so I don't know what I will end up getting. But regardless, I've looked at all the discs, and I was a little like anal about the structure of the discs, and thinking I know how they stay in your neck and things like that. But nonetheless, I'm feeling confident about the surgery. I hope all goes well. Just wanted to shoot a quick pre-op video. 7 minutes now, so it's a lot longer than I intended, but I will plan on trying to do some follow-up videos shortly after, just post-op and the days recovering after that. I am for work, I am stationary. I sit at a desk all day, so it's not ideal, especially for posture or this kind of injury. But I would consider myself kind of fit, kind of fat. I do CrossFit, but I do have a little bit of extra weight on me, so I'm hoping that helps out, just having developed muscles and strength around my neck to recover quicker. I am expecting to be able to go back to being active in that style and active outside of work. That's what I'm hoping for, is to regain that portion of my life. Just quick note on that, while I have been doing CrossFit, exercising every morning this whole time, over the last several months, I have backed off a lot on what I do in the gym, what movements I do, how much weight I'm moving, just because one, the pain is not worth it. Two, I get fatigued really quick in my arm, to the point where, like, if I'm trying to do jump ropes, like, my grip on the jump rope just goes, as my muscle and nerves just start giving up from the use of it and being in that pinch state. So just wanted to add that in there real quick for those who are active and maybe experiencing similar symptoms, that I'm hoping this helps alleviate that. My other symptoms is, like, I have random, like, feelings of what could potentially be carpal tunnel, but I think it's associated to this. Some pain in, like, my shoulder, like the socket and things like that. Again, it's often, I think, mischaracterized as, like, shoulder injuries or pain, or wrist injuries or pain, but it could very much be associated with the disc and nerve impingement in your neck. Many people don't realize that. So I'm hoping this procedure does alleviate those symptoms as well. Obviously, we'll find out what happens after. Hopefully it is just that and not anything else more severe. So yeah, there's that. I'll be checking in hopefully tomorrow after surgery. Thank you.